Alrighty, hello guys, welcome your faces back to another video on my channel. Today we are back in Sprocket yet again. We're actually back in the new update as well. So today, what are we going to be working on? Well, let's go ahead and start designing a really heavy tank. Don't know what it's going to look like just yet, but it's going to be very heavy. Let's get straight to it. Okay, so starting out, we've got this right here. Obviously, I've made it a little bit wider than it normally is, and this is how it is. So I'm thinking we actually go with a very wide tank, and probably quite long as well. So as well as making it wide, let's make it super duper long. Let's go with 10 meters. There we go. 10 meters. Excellent. 10 meters long by, how wide is this? Let's go with like 3.5 meters. 3.5. Oh, no. 500. There we go. Excellent. So it's 3.5 meters wide by 10 meters long. That's insane. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and extend this guy further forwards like so. I'm also going to be raising these guys upwards, just like this. And I suppose this guy is actually going to come upwards as well. As well as that, I'm actually going to go ahead and make the length of this a lot lower, smaller. There we go. I might drag this forwards, just like that. Bring it upwards a little bit more. And I think this guy is going to be up there as well. There we go. So far, so good. From there, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to need the thickness of this all the way up. We're going to go to 150. There we go. And then the length of those is going to be 275. There we go. Excellent. What should we have these look like? I think I want to go with these or these. Probably these ones. So we'll stick with that. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and make this wheel actually a hell of a lot bigger. There we go. Excellent. And move it forwards a little bit. Drop it down slightly. That's okay. I then want these guys to be a lot bigger as well. Let's go with diameter of those. There we go. Very cool. Drop those down a little bit and raise this guy up. I think I'm going to make the diameter of this at least 1 meter as well. There we go. So drop that down to there. That looks pretty awesome. Good. Okay, so from there, what are we going to do? Well, I need to work on the actual suspension. So rest angle, we're going to go ahead and have that quite high. We're going to go with minus 20 degrees. There we go. And then we need to make sure it's actually down. How do I even do that? I can't remember. Arm length, that's fine. There we go. And then height. I think that's what we need to change, but where is it? There it is. So we're going to drop those down quite far like that. There we go. So now we actually have proper suspension. Cool. Okay, so in order to actually build the body then, what we're going to do is go to faces, grab this guy and this guy, and shoot it out to the side, obviously. So there we go. It's all the way out to the side. Very nice. We're then going to drag this guy all the way backwards to the rear of the tank. There we go. And then at the front, we're going to drag these guys all the way forwards to around there. Alright, so that is the length of the tank complete. We now just need to figure out where the gun is going to go, and what we actually want this thing to look like. Okay, this might be a little bit crazy, but what we're going to do is build a big cannon on the top and 2 little cannons at the front, one on each side. I don't know how that's going to go. I think the driver will then have to be in the center, but we'll see. We will see what happens. So let's just go ahead and extend this guy all the way up to there for now, and that is somewhat okay. We're then going to drag this guy backwards. I do want to split this piece, so let's go to edit and split that. There we go. We're then going to go to points, grab that guy right there, and we're going to actually send that guy backwards like that. There we go. Okay, if we grab this guy as well, drag these all forwards, there we go. This one's going to come even further backwards, and although that looks okay, it's kind of not right. So, what I'm going to do is actually extrude this. There we go, drag this out to the side as well. Obviously, we got 2 different pieces going on here now. So we got this guy, and then that guy over there. I guess that's 3 different pieces, but that's fine. We're then going to go to edges. I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and I'm going to split that right there. Dragging this pretty much all the way to around here. This is where the cannons are going to go, or the 2 turrets at the front. And then we got to sort out the rest back here. So I'm going to split this again. There we go, and I'm going to drag that backwards. Engine stuff's going to go here. Main turret's going to go here. Little turret's going to go there. Okay, so I've gone ahead and made this bit extended upwards. As you guys can see, it's angled inwards from the sides, so both of those actually have angles on them. It's also actually angled from the front backwards as well, just a little tiny bit. I've also deleted this bit right here because what we need to do is go to points. We're going to grab this one, and this one, and and we're going to put a hole in there. Bam! There we go. If I press it again, it should do a nicer hole. There we go. Excellent. We're then going to do exactly the same thing on this side. There we go, and there we go. So that's where 2 turrets are going to go. I think they're both going to be manned by 1 person each, and that should be good. And then I think the turret at the back will be manned by 3. We'll see how that goes, though. Okay, let's try and figure out where the driver's going to go now. So let's go to the inside so we can actually see what's going on. And we're going to drag this all the way to the front just like that. There we go. I want it to be centered, however, it doesn't really seem to be able to be centered, which is kind of annoying, but there you go. So, if that's there, and we have armor on this, because it is going to be armored, here we go, grab each of these, there we go, all the way through, there we go, and yeah, we need to armor it. So let's say, thickness of the frontal armor is going to be a 100 millimeters. That seems insane, but yes, let's go with it. We'll drag this guy backwards, that's fine. And I will have to angle it as well, because I actually want it to work quite nicely. So let's do this. Hey, there we go. Suspension is still in here, so we need to work that out as well, but don't worry too much about that. Alright, sick. So let's go to crew really quickly, grab one of these guys. He is centered, so we're going to go and shove him in. And then we need him to actually fit. Don't know how this is going to go. So I think feet forward is what we're going to go with. Seating angle is going to be leaned forwards, and I think we're going to like angle him by doing this. Okay, arms down and other arm down. There we go, he fits. And I think actually seat angle, we'll angle him backwards like that. That looks like he fits in quite nicely. He sat on the floor, but that's okay, I think. The other thing I wouldn't mind doing as well is actually going through each of these, which are the floor pieces, and trying to cover it, or trying to make it as thick as it can be, to cover all of these bars. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but let's go ahead and try and do it. How much armor does that take? Oh, a lot. Let's not do that, actually. Let's not do that at all. I might actually move the entire thing upwards in order to fix that, but we'll see. Anyway, he's in. He is going to be the driver. And there we go. Does it move? Just about. Oh, that's sick. It actually looks really cool, though. Okay, so one thing that I actually kind of want to do, even though it's a little bit strange, is I want to grab both of these guys and I want to lift it up. Yeah, like that, which is very weird. Is that a pike nose? Is that what that is? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to delete all of these. Oh, maybe not all of them just yet. Hold on. We need to try and fix this correctly. So if I fill that in, and then I fill this in, and then I fill this, and then this. Yes, that seems fine. We're then going to delete that guy and that guy, and I'm going to have to redesign all of this as well. So if we go to points, this guy to this guy to this guy, fill. No, that's the wrong way around. That guy to this guy, fill. Hey, there we go. Fill these guys in. Then that one to this one, fill. This one to this one to this one, fill. And there we go. Does it look strange? A little bit, but I think that's fine. Okay, so now that the front is done, let's go ahead and start working on the rest of it. So, back here, we're going to have all of our engine stuff. So, let's go to this guy, I guess. These faces right here, I'm actually going to go and extrude them upwards slightly, just like that. And I am going to drag this guy and this guy out to the side, just like this. There we go. What I want to do from there is then try and figure out where the rest of these pieces go. So I'd like to sort of extend these guys out if I could, but that would mean actually sending these guys across, I guess? So kind of like this, there we go. And then if I go to faces, we can grab this guy, this guy, this guy, including that one, and these guys down here, and extruding those backwards just a tiny bit. There we go. We can then go to these guys and shoot them forwards just a tiny bit. There we go. And that is awesome. Yeah, that's the back end I kind of want. Okay, so let's go ahead and start working on actually giving this thing some looks, I guess. It's going to have a pretty decent sized engine, so let's give it a pretty decent sized radiator, I guess. That's what these guys are, so we'll shove those guys together pretty much. And then, whoa, hang on, I didn't mean to do that. And then we can actually add one of these guys behind that, just like this. And that's okay, I think. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Not really, anyway. From there, what else do we need to do? Well, we need to do something with exhausts. So we're going to shove these guys on here. Really big, probably. There we go. And shove them right there, just like that. From there, I'm going to angle them slightly. So let's do this. There we go. Until they're like pretty much inside. That's pretty good. And leave it just like that. Okay, that's sick, actually. Let's push those to the back. There we go. As long as that's still inside, I am happy with that. Beautiful. So this is the current shape of our massive tank. Looks awesome. So, what I'm thinking we do now is we actually select all of it, and we actually drag it upwards just a little bit like this. What that allows us to do is maybe add some fenders and stuff to the sides, without it looking too strange. We're also going to go to this guy, and we're going to move both of them upwards. Hey, there we go. I don't know why we can see inside from this piece, or see outside, I guess, from this piece. I'm not sure why we can do that, but we totally can. I can see outside from here. That's really weird. Okay, another thing with this is, actually, let's go to the engine before we do anything else. Here we go. So the engine right here is pretty tiny, not gonna lie. So let's shove this to the back and make this absolutely massive. There we go. 3.5 liters per cylinder. We're then gonna go with a 12-cylinder engine. We could go with more. In fact, I'm gonna. Let's go with 16-cylinder engine. That looks absolutely insane. And then we're going to sort these guys out. So move them backwards. I think I'm going to make them bigger. So let's have like 8 gears between. There we go. And the same on both sides. Excellent. Reverse gears. We're going to need some of those as well. There we go. And there we go. Beautiful. All right, let's try and drive it now. Oh, yeah, that's cool. We're going to add armor to some of these pieces. But other than that, this is going to be pretty good. We've already run out of fuel. Yikes. Alright, so that's where fuel tanks come in. Now, let's go ahead and grab ourselves some massive fuel tanks and shove them there. The only issue with this is we are going to have to make them shorter and then longer in this direction and then higher. These have to be quite big because we do need a lot of fuel, especially with an engine this thirsty. There we go, drag that in. Excellent. From there, we're going to need to work out everything else. So, back to compartments, back to the outside. Let's figure out how thick the armor is going to be on the sides. I'm going to go with quite thick, actually. Thickness, here we go. Let's drag that until it pretty much reaches this bit at the back that we can see. So we're almost there. Let's go ahead and keep it going. In fact, actually, it doesn't need to be that thick. Here we go. 80 is good for me. There we go. It's going to be really heavy with 80, but that's fine. Up here, we're going to go with 100. There we go. On the front, we're going to go with whatever the front is here, which is also 100, apparently. And I'm also going to actually increase all of these to 100 as well. There we go, 100 on all of those, very nice. This guy is actually going to be more than 100. 140, excellent. And then this piece is actually going to be 120. That piece is already 120. And then on the back, we're only going to go with like 65. There we go. Now, as you guys can see, the armor is actually making the inside smaller as we go, which is an interesting situation. What's going on here? I now need to sort of select all of this, and I need to armor this up. I don't want to be doing it by too much, but it does all need armoring. So let me go through this, and it's going to have 35 mil of armor on the roof. Okay, so as it seems, this side is actually the right way around, that's why we can see the lines, and this side is the wrong way around, and that's why we can't see the lines. So, in order to change that, we need to press flip, there we go, and now it's back to somewhat normal, but at the same time, we've still got some issues with some of these guys. So, any ones that are actually poking upwards need to be pushed downwards. Here we go, that one, and that one, flip, and that looks okay-ish, I suppose? I don't know, do some of these need flipping some other directions? I have no idea. I've just extruded it by accident, but I think I should have flipped it instead. There we go. So, the ones that need flipping are still slightly raised up, and I believe that's a lot of them, actually. So I'm trying to flip these back over, but I do think we're having issues. If I just extruded that by accident, I think I did. Alright, flip it, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go around the inner circle. And just have all of this flipped over. Because unfortunately, we're going to have issues otherwise. And I don't want any issues. This guy might be the last one. Flip that, there we go. If we could see every other bit, that's good. But I can't see this one. Which means that this one's probably upside down or flipped out as well. And then this one and this one as well. Flip. There we go. Oh, and these guys up here, apparently. Flip those two. Okay, are we good? I think we're good. Nice. And there we go. I think we're all good. So, the last thing that I kind of need to do is to delete all of this on the top. We're going to delete that one as well, and... oh, not that one. We don't need to delete that. We go to points, we grab this guy from here, we grab this guy from here, this one on the side, and this one over here, and we press this. There we go. We've made ourselves a turret hole on the roof as well. That is sick. Yeah, currently, I'm very pleased with this. I'm going to have to grab these guys, though, and I believe we need to flip them on the inside. Otherwise, again, we will have some more issues. It's so annoying that this keeps happening, actually, but it's alright. As long as we know that it's happening, we can sort of fix it. At least I think so, anyway. Flip that over. I believe this one's the same. If we can't see the lines, then it's probably the wrong way around. Okay, this one, yep. Flip that over as well. Excellent. That might be it. Maybe this one too. Oh, there we go. And presumably this one. I can't tell. I actually can't tell. Does it look the same all the way around now with all the lines? Alright, this piece. There we go. And this piece right here. Alright, is that everything? Oh no, that was already done. That was already done. Now I'm very confused. Flip this one maybe? And this one. There we go. I think we're good now. Excellent. So now they're all the way right way around. Except, are they? Oh, I don't know. Maybe this one isn't? Oh, no, it is. Okay, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, we've got our circle for our turret up here. Got our 2 circles for our turrets down there. Got our engine stuff installed. Tracks are fine. Front side actually doesn't look too bad either. I'm really happy with where this is going. Okay, so let's say we are going to have 2 guys down here. Let's go with sit height all the way up. There we go. Same with this guy. I'm just going to copy them the same on both. There we go. And I believe we're going to put their feet backwards, so they're standing. Feet backwards again, so he's standing too. And they are inside the vehicle, at least a tiny bit. Okay, good. Drop them down until they are pretty much there. There we go. Okay, and then I might actually squat them a little bit, so... sit height. Apparently sit height is really messing with the way they are. That's really strange. That's really strange. 600. Here we go. 600 right here. And 600 right here. Bosh. Okay, so they're sitting down in where their turrets are going to be. That is awesome. Driver is down there. I'm happy. I'm very happy. We're then going to take these guys, and we're going to need like 3 guys in the turret, because that's what I want anyway. So these guys are going to go up here like this. Their sit height can actually probably be standing, and I'm going to drop them down a tiny bit like that. There we go. Okay, this is our hull. What do you guys think? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is actually decorate this a little bit. I'm going to go with things like ladders. I'm going to make them as big as I can and just shove them all around this thing. I think that's the way I want to decorate it. So, more ladders, like we always do, all over the place. And there we are. So I've added a few things around this thing, and hopefully it looks pretty good. Added this back here because it's reminiscent of some of those tanks in World War II that had essentially like things above their radiators on the back. I really like this as like a stowage system. So that's what this is. It also acts as a little bit of protection for the radiators, which are all down here. I think that makes sense anyway. Obviously, we've got the exhaust there, we've got a stowage here, we got some armor plates down the sides, as well as some of these guys, which are awesome. We got some tools up here, some more hatches, we got the guys inside, obviously, a turret ring protector thingamabobby right there, more hatches and armor plates across the front, as well as a hatch right there, some little hatches down here, and some more things, as well as lights, and lights on the back. Stowages, a door, and that's it. So yeah, I don't know, I think this is actually pretty good. It's a really good start, and all I'm going to do now is actually add a bit of paint to it, and hopefully you guys like it. So yeah, I think we'll leave that like that for now. Obviously in the next one we'll try and add some more turrets, probably to the front too, and then we'll do another video adding a huge turret to the back one, and hopefully in the end this will actually look sick. I do believe it looks quite nice already, although we do need a driver's view. I don't even know where that would go, but it does need one. So let's go to equipment really quickly, go to one of these guys, and I'm going to shove this right here like that. It looks a bit odd, not gonna lie, But at the same time, that's pretty much all I can do, so there you go. Right, anyway, for now, thanks for watching, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.